Okay. So yeah, hi Ashim. We're going to discuss. Today we're going to discuss about the HTML. Sabine, sorry for that. I got a disturbance from you. You're running behind. Sorry. Sabine,
Yeah.
please mute yourself. I had a disturbance.
Okay.
Okay. So observe all the front end pages will use HTML irrespective of what technology they are using. Okay. So here tags. HTML observe HTML tags are the keywords. Okay, HTML tags are the keywords. Hello Ashim. HTML tags are the keywords. Okay, so means tag name. Okay, those tag name surrounded by the angle brackets. Like what? Here it is. Tag name. Okay, so in between whatever the content you want to write it, you can edit and end it with the tag name and edit with the backslash tag name. Okay, angle bracket like this. Okay, so if you want to go ahead with this one, you can able to check it out in the w3schools.com. So as we discussed earlier, w3schools.com. So here it is displaying clearly. Okay, observe. So this is the tag names. Observe here HTML code starts with header. Observe HTML. Okay, in between we are going to write the content and it is ended with the HTML. So observe the content and text described between HTML to HTML. Between HTML to backslash HTML describes HTML document. Okay, the total HTML document, and observe the body. Okay, the content between the body and body describes. Everybody can able to hear me, right? Something BP is coming up.
I can.
Yes.
So observe body. The content between the body to body describe the visual page actually. So in between we are going to write the content. So observe the content between body to body describes the visual page. Okay, we can able to see visual based content means we can able to see this content. Okay, so right now I'm going to explain. I have different tags. For example, header. So for header H1, H2, something is there, right? Like this. Okay, so and paragraph P, something like that. Okay, this is a sample document. So observe, you can able to try here like this. Okay, so H1 is a header means like heading is coming like a big font, something else. So paragraph means normal paragraph is coming like this. Like that we are having some tag names. What is mean by this? I will explain. Okay, for images, what is the tag name? For links, for input boxes, something like that. Okay. So this is used for the how to identify the element. That is the only thing. Okay. Observe web element. After that, mandatory attributes, we need to specify it as so first we have to specify it as a tag name. After that, mandatory attributes. After that, you can specify it as an optional attribute. Okay. So individually, what is the tag name? Everything I am going to explain to you. Okay. So before going to discuss that one, observe. The HTML contains within a specific tag name can have HTML information. Okay. The HTML contains within a specific tag name can have HTML information of that element known as attributes. Okay, known as attribute. Okay, so observe HTML information. So HTML information will come as attribute equals to value space. Value space. Okay, so right now, first of all, attribute. First of all, we are going to discuss about the link. So for link, okay, for link, what we need to, what is the tag name? And what are the mandatory attributes? What are the optional one we are going to discuss? So observe, it's must and should. If it is a link, we need to specify the anchor tag. A is the anchor tag. This is the tag name. So okay, so mandatory attributes. href. We need to specify the link related thing. Okay, mandatory attribute. This is the mandatory attribute. And of course, ID, name. These are the optional ones. Okay, ID, name, class. These are the optional ones. Okay. Next, after the text field, push button, different things are there. So first of all, I'm going to take a text field. So text field means you know already, right? So entering fields or something else. Like in application earlier there is some text field, password text field, right? So text fields. Here tag name is input. Okay. And the mandatory attribute. Observe. If we write type equals to text, then only they are treating it as a these are the text field. Okay. Of course, ID name class are the op optional ones. And push buttons. Push button means earlier we just discussed like OK, cancel, help button. Those are all push buttons, just buttons. So for this also, input is the tag name. And so what are the optional mandatory activities? Type equals to submit. Then only it is taking it as a submit button. Okay. Next, radio buttons. So for this also radio buttons also input only. Okay. So we can specify type equals to radio, then it is treating it as a okay. After that, checkboxes. These are all the objects. So here also we are treating it as input. So type equals to so within double quote we can write it as a checkbox. And same ID name class are the optional ones. Okay. After that, text labels. Text or labels. How we can specify labels or text means observe. On the time within a paragraph like so paragraph or div we can able to use. And of course these are not a mandatory ones. It's not a mandatory, not applicable here actually. Okay, optional ones are same ID name. These are the optional ones. After that, image. So img is the tag name. Okay, so img is the tag name. Here we have to specify the source. Source is the mandatory one. Of course, ID name class are the optional ones. Okay, like this. And drop down list. Do you know drop down list means, right? Observe, select, and not applicable. So here mandatory attributes are not applicable, whereas ID name class are the optional ones. And of course table. Okay, so for table is a and this one is not applicable, and same ID name class are the optional once. So observe, under the table tag we have tr tag, which represents the rows of the table, and th and td represents the table headings and table data in the table. Okay, so observe, under the table tag we have tr represents the tr represents the, which represents the rows of the table, and observe th and also td represents columns of the table. Okay, like table data and table headings, something like this, those are represents the columns. Okay, so first of all guys, just go through this one again. Okay, so within 1 minute I'm going to start how to identify the element. It's an important concept. Okay, so how to identify the element. So yeah, just go through it once again, everybody. Okay, tag names, everything. Okay, Supra, after doing something like that, just asking them, just scroll down. Okay, within 1 minute I'll be back and I'll going to start this. Okay. Sorry guys. So did you review everything? Hello.
Yes,
Did you
yes.
review?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So yes. Right now we are going to start okay, important concept, that is how to identifying an element. Okay, how to identifying an element. So observe here how to identify the element. Element can be identified using locator or attribute information defined by the developer while the element is created. So this HTML information developer only defined while the element is creating, right or not? Okay, so elements is nothing but like push button, radio. These are all elements: images, push button, radio buttons, links, check boxes, dialog boxes, right? Everything, text boxes, everything are the elements. So we need to identify that one. So regarding that one, we can able to perform some actions, right? Like earlier we just discussed. So whatever the things when I'm trying to perform some actions, do you have Firefox in your system? No, na? Sipra?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, just open it. Did you install ID?
Yeah, I did. Did I click?
First of all, just close it. Unable to.
Okay.
Right? So for in yesterday's session, I just explained, right? So
Yeah.
whatever the script when I'm trying to record this one, it is recorded in the form of command target value. So here, command means what? Command means exactly what action we are doing, right? Okay. So what action? For example, we are entering or something like action. We are treating it as a command. Okay. So for example, my task is I want to enter email ID in the edit box. So on the time, what action we are performing? We are typing, right? We are entering. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that is the command only. So where target, where you want to perform, that is a target. So to find out where means we need to identify the element, like ID equals to something something something. We need to identify the element. Okay, so email ID edit box. So like that, I am going to explain you how we are going to identify the element. Value means what value we are going to enter. We have to specify. Right. Okay. Right now, how we are going to identify the elements we are going to discuss. Okay. So observe. Identify the element. Okay. Element. Element can be identified using locators or attribute information defined by developer while the element is created. Okay, so as we discussed earlier, element is nothing but a push buttons or radio buttons, everything. Okay? Push buttons, radio buttons, drop down links, images, check boxes, dialog boxes, everything. Everything, so on, etc. You have different things are there. Everything is a. So right now we need to identify those one. So how we can able to identify? We know already. So locate request to locate value by using that we can able to identify. So observe getting the element locator information by using inspect element with firebug option. Getting the element locator information by using inspect element with firebug. Firebug option. So we need to add this one externally, then only we can able to identify. And of course, this option is available when we install Firebug in Firefox browser only. What happened? Did you mode or something else? Locate information using inspect element with Firebug option. Okay, so observe the option is available when we install Firebug in Firefox browser only it is working. Firebug in Firefox browser only. So observe, Selenium will consider the below locator information for identifying an element, like ID, name, class. Okay, Selenium will consider below locator information to identify the element. So observe, first of all, initially it is taking basically it is taking ID, name, and link. Okay, so initially that these are treating it as a basic locators to identify the element. If these are three are not enough, then they can go ahead with the X path. Okay, so observe, these are considered as a basic locators to identify the element. So if these three are not enough, then we can go ahead with the X path. So I will explain you. Right? Is it clear up to now? First of all, we need to install Firebug. Okay. How to install Firebug means observe here. Okay, it's an add-on to the Firefox one, right? So first of all, I'm googling it. Otherwise, you can go at the seleniumhq.org also, but it is easy way. Firebug. Yes, Firebug with for Firefox. So this is the add-on, right? Firebug add-on to the Firefox. So here it is asked me to add to Firefox. I just added and installed. When installed, a bug-like symbol is coming up automatically, right or wrong? This is a Firebug options. Okay, this is a Firebug option. So if the Firebug is installed successfully, this is the option. So by using this one only, we can able to identify the element. So earlier, inspect element with Firebug option is not there, but here just observe. We can able to inspect element with Firebug option is coming up. By using this one, we are going to when we install a Firebug, then only the option is coming up. Okay, inspect element with Firebug. When we install ID, then only we can able to find out this one, inspect element with Firebug option. Okay, so how means, for example, as we discussed earlier, I am trying to find out the, I am going to take a Gmail. I want to identify this element. How means, right click, inspect element with Firebug. Okay, so the related code is coming up, guys. Did you observe? Artificial that code is highlighting, right? So here I told you, first of all, we are trying to identify the element by using ID, name, and link. Any one of the attribute value is enough. If three are not there, then we can go ahead with the X path. Just observe, is there any ID, name, link, is anything is there in this information?
Yeah,
Yeah, guys, just try to find it out.
ID is email.
Exactly. So ID is there, right? ID is there, name is there. Anyone we can able to use it. Okay. So right now I'm going to use this email ID information, right? So first of all, copy it and go to ID. So right now I want to identify the element. So how I can specify equal to target equals to ID equals to, I'm going to paste the value. Observe when I'm trying to click on find. So observe when I try to click on find, just observe what happened. Is it is identifying or not with the yellow color? Just observe. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In the row, enter your email above. With the yellow color, it is highlighting, right or not, guys?
Mm-hmm.
So it is identifying. Okay. So here we can able to specify, like for example, what action you are going to do, typing, right? So observe when we write automatically things are coming like type or type away, type keys, everything. We can able to select whatsoever. What is the value? Username. So observe when I'm trying to execute this one, just observe what happened. Automatically username is entering in the observe username is entered, right or not? Okay. One is responding. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So like that we can able to identify the link. If in case ID is not there, then we can go ahead with the link or something else. For example, I'm going to. So for example, I'm trying to identify this one. Inspect element with Firefox. So just observe in this, is there any ID, name, link, anything is there? So for this one I just explain earlier HTML concept. So for link anchor tag A is the tag name, right? So this is a link. So is there any ID, name, link, anything is there? Everybody please check it out.
The link.
So what is the link? Observe link here, it is not specified directly like link equals to something value. In between the anchor tag, what is the message, what is the information is specified, that is only link. This is only link here. Okay. So right now I'm trying to identify by using this one whether it is identifying or not. Just check it out. Okay. So I'm writing it as a link equals to. Observe when I'm trying to click on find out, just is it identifying or not? Yes, it is, right? Okay. Okay. Right now is it identifying, right or not? So like that we can able to identify the things, everything. So like that. So same. Okay. So if ID name link is not there, then what we need to do? We can go ahead with the XPath. That XPath thing, how, what is the syntax? We have some separate syntax for the XPath. So tomorrow session we are going to discuss. So today we are going to work it out with this only. Okay. So how to go ahead with the. So right now I'm trying to identify. When I'm trying to figure out signing, it's not clicking. So here I want to identify the email address. So Cipra, take the controls, and all of you please cooperate with Cipra and try to identify this one. Yeah, Cipra, go ahead and right click, inspect element with Firebug. So here in the email ID you need to identify here. You want to enter some data in the email address. Just go ahead, right click and inspect element with Firebug. Please unmute and inspect element with Firebug. Yes. So here right click, inspect element with Firebug. Okay. So observe what is the things are there. Is there any ID, name, link, anything is there?
Yes, ID is email.
Yes. Yeah. By using ID, just try to identify, just capture the ID. Observe instead of writing. Okay, just double click on that one. We can able to capture. Just copy it and paste it there. Go ahead.
Copy and paste here.
Just identify ID equals to paste it.
Sorry. This much, right?
Yes. It's not a link here.
Just the word email.
Just the word email. Okay, here I already paste the email.
1 second. 1 second. 1 second. So here ID email is there, right? Okay. So I'm just copying it and
Paste in the email address. Okay.
ID equals to what is the thing? ID or name, or we need to specify that one also. Okay, ID equals
Okay.
to. Then I'm trying to click on find. So is it identifying or not? Yes, it is, right?
Yeah, it's identified.
Like that we can able to go ahead. And password also, just try to identify the password. And guys, please help to Cipra, to Pali, Ashik
Yeah.
Gaurav. Okay, right
Okay.
click.
Right click,
And
inspect
I
element with
think
Firebug.
inspect.
Password, right? This one.
Mm-hmm. So just the word pass.
Okay.
Just the word, or do we have to write just the word pass?
Yeah, just to copy
Sorry.
it. Just
Yeah,
the word
because ID
pass.
it's already over there. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and there you
Oh,
go.
okay.
So it's working.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is this correct?
Yeah, it's working. If you click on find,
Yeah,
it's
click
highlighted.
on not users.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, it is identified, right? So like that, we are going to identify the element. Okay. So is it clear, guys? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
tomorrow session we are going to discuss about how we are going to, okay. So if ID, name, link are not there, so how we can go ahead with the remaining things like uh, XPath. Okay, what is the syntax? In the XPath also we have different things like XPath with position, XPath with something, something. Okay, so I will explain it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so tomorrow we'll meet at same time. Okay,
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. Just
okay,
3 minutes.
guys.
Not 5 minutes, 2 minutes.